Today we're doing a comparison between the new Razer Hammerhead HyperSpeed and the Soundcore VRP10. So let's start off with price. The Razer Hammerhead HyperSpeed are currently $150 and the Soundcore VRP10 come in at $100, so roughly 2/3 the price. And you can typically find them on Amazon for only $80, so nearly half the price. Right off the bat, in terms of price, I gotta give a point to the VRP10. Now, with these being gaming earbuds, a huge detail is going to be latency performance. Both options come with a Type-C transmitter, which give you a 2.4 GHz wireless connection for ultra low latency performance. Razer claims between 20 to 30 milliseconds of latency, and Soundcore claims right around 30 milliseconds of latency. Long story short, you're getting great performance from both. And when it comes to actually gaming, I can't tell the difference between the two. Both earbuds are also running Bluetooth 5.2, so when using them in Bluetooth mode, you do get a nice stable connection. Next, let's talk compatibility. With the Type-C transmitters, you can use either of these with devices that have a Type-C port. So a PS5, a Meta Quest 2, a MacBook, but you can also use these with other devices using a Type-C to Type-A adapter. For example, if you have a PlayStation 4, which doesn't have a Type-C port, you can use an adapter to use either of these earbuds. Keep in mind that Razer does have an Xbox version of their earbuds, which actually come with a Type-C to Type-A adapter. Overall, in terms of compatibility, I'm going to give them both a point. Now, one thing that Soundcore promotes is the option to purchase multiple transmitters. So if you have multiple consoles, multiple devices, you can purchase dedicated transmitters for each one. You can even control which transmitter you're connected to within the Soundcore app. However, just as quick as I could give a point, I could take that point away because they don't make it clear where or how to purchase the additional transmitters. From what I can see, they're not listed anywhere on the Soundcore website. Moving over to the charging cases, both are pretty straightforward. However, the VRP10 does have the option of storing the transmitter inside of the case. It has a magnet located in the lid, so you just drop the transmitter inside and it stays put. Most times I'll probably leave the transmitter plugged into my console, but it's nice to at least have the option of storing it inside of the case. If you're someone that owns a Meta Quest 2 VR headset, the VRP10 were actually created specifically for the Meta Quest 2. So the transmitter allows for pass-through charging. So if you're using the transmitter, you can game and charge the headset at the same time. It does require that you use a charger that supports USB power delivery and has a minimum 9-volt output. Next, let's talk dual connection. So the HyperSpeed kind of support dual connection, but not really. If you're connected to the transmitter and you happen to get a phone call, the earbuds will notify you that you're getting a call, but you can't actually answer and handle the call through the earbuds. You'd have to actually pick up your phone. You can, however, switch the primary connection from the transmitter to your Bluetooth device by triple tapping the earbuds, and you can switch from Bluetooth back to the transmitter the exact same way. With the Soundcore VRP10, you can be connected to the transmitter as well as your Bluetooth device at the exact same time. It even has an option called Game and Talk, so if you're gaming and you happen to get a phone call, the earbuds will automatically lower the volume of your gameplay and allow you to answer the call without missing a step. And it might seem like it will be difficult to hear what's going on between the gameplay and your phone call, but it's actually not. It lowers the gameplay enough to where you can have a comfortable conversation, but still be in tune with what's happening. Inside of the app, you also have the option to mute your microphone at any point. Now, as far as the touch controls, both options allow you to customize your controls within their respective apps. However, only the HyperSpeed controls work when you're connected to the transmitter. So if you want to adjust your volume, you can do it directly from the earbuds. With the VRP10, If you want to adjust your volume, you'd have to go into the settings of the actual game. When it comes to single usage mode, both options allow you to use either earbud independently when using Bluetooth. But when it comes to using the transmitters, the HyperSpeed only allow you to use the right earbud independently. With the VRP10, you can use either the left or the right earbud while the other remains inside of the case, no matter if you're using Bluetooth or the transmitter. So if one of the earbuds is dead and needs a quick charge, you can keep gaming with just one earbud. Now, when it comes to battery life, the numbers are pretty close. The HyperSpeed will give you around 6.5 hours on a single charge and about 30 total once you factor in the case. The VRP10 will give you around 6 hours on a single charge and around 24 total once you factor in the case. Not really a huge difference either way, so I'll just give them both a point. Obviously, both of these are gaming earbuds first, but you might want to listen to some music from time to time. Straight out of the box, I do prefer the sound of the VRP10. I feel like they're a little bit more balanced, there's more separation between the mids and the highs, and the bass seems to be a little bit more controlled. They also make it really easy inside of the app by giving you a long list of EQ presets to try. And if those aren't enough, you can come up with your own. When it comes to the HyperSpeed, I do think straight out of the box, the mids and highs could be balanced a little bit better. Thankfully, they do have a fully customizable 10-band EQ inside of the app, and with some tweaks, you can get these to sound just as good as the VRP10. It just takes a little extra effort. Also, I will say that the HyperSpeed do seem to get a tad bit louder than the VRP10. Like I said, these are gaming earbuds first, but overall, I'm going to give them both a point in terms of sound quality. Now, one clear advantage that the HyperSpeed have over the VRP10 is active noise cancellation and ambient mode. The overall performance is just okay, but the fact that they have these features when the VRP10 don't, I have to give them a point. In defense of the VRP10, they do have some really good passive noise cancellation. As far as water resistance, the VRP10 do have an IPX4 rating, which means they're safe from sweat and light splashes of water. So far, I haven't found anything official as far as a water resistance rating on the HyperSpeed. So I'm going to give a point to the VRP10, but that could change if Razer comes out with an official rating. Both options have built-in RGB lighting effects to give them that gaming feel, so we'll give them both a point for that. And last but not least, when it comes to microphone performance, I think they both do a great job, but I did take a test so that you guys can be the judge. All right, so this is a microphone test using the Razer Hammerhead HyperSpeed. Right now, we do have some crowd noise being played on a speaker. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. And now this is a test using the Soundcore VRP10. Same background noise being played on a speaker. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Overall, I think both of these are excellent options, and there's clearly pros and cons to each one. However, it's pretty hard to overlook the value that you get with the Soundcore VRP10, especially when you consider the fact that you can get them for around half the price of the HyperSpeed. So I will have purchase links to both of these down in the description. And aside from that, I hope this video was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.